Oh, hello. I am Bert Green, and this is the Bert Locker. Normally, like I said, I just stick with MMA related stuff, but I'm also mad into TV as well. So when you see the BertLocker.tv, that is not the transvestite porn that you were looking for, okay? Actually, I've decided to just start looking at some shows that I think that people should watch because it's kind of a public service. So this is going to be shows that I think people should watch, and the first one is going to be on HBO's Barry. I've not seen nearly enough publicity about it, and people need to watch this show. So stick around to find out why. Right, so first off, there are going to be no spoilers in this episode at all. I'm going to give you a rough synopsis. There's nothing that you won't see without looking at the back of the DVD case, okay? So effectively, Barry. It's a half an hour episodic dark comedy, very dark comedy. But the darker the better. It's really very good. It's very clever, it's well written, it's sharp, it's funny. It's dark in places. It's kind of quite emotional in places as well. As all good dark comedies should be, because that's where you find the funny in those dark moments. The darkness brings out the light, if that makes sense. So Barry, in a nutshell, is centered around a character named Barry. Okay, so Barry is Barry Berkman. He's a hitman, out of the army, hitman, and he decides that he takes an acting class basically, and decides he wants to become an actor, and then things unfold. He wants to cut ties with being a hitman, but there are too many different entanglements with the Chechnyan mob. Guy called Noho Hank, he's a great character as well. His handler, Fuchs, is very reluctant to let him go because obviously, Barry's very good. He's a very good assassin, so he's a real money maker. That's the basic premise of the show, and then it all unfolds from there. It is about 10 episodes a season, half-hour episodes, 4 seasons. It's a really easy watch, guys. A really easy watch. And as always, it's HBO, so there's a certain level of quality that comes with that. So for me, the reasons that it stuck out for me was that the dialogue is very, very well written. It's very kind of believable. It's funny as well. It's funny and silly in places, but it's also just so every now and again they pull something out. It's like, whoa, okay, that is badass, right? The characters, very likable. Barry Berkman, he played by Bill Hader. You'll know him from Saturday Night Live predominantly. He's played bit parts in a few things. He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I remember. He also played a part in 30 Rock. He's been in and around all those kind of guys, that kind of circle of actors. But yeah, picture of him up here. You definitely recognise him, don't you? You definitely recognise him. Yeah, he's played brilliantly because he's kind of he's kind of torn. But he's also got this ice cold nature to him, but he's trying to kind of warm up, if that makes any sense at all. And then you've got Stephen Root plays Barry's handler, Monroe Fuchs, and you'll recognise Stephen Root. He played the kind of the guy in Dodgeball, the L for Love. He played that guy in Dodgeball. So yeah, he's got really good comedic time, but also he's got this kind of seriousness to him. And his character arc is absolutely fantastic. I won't spoil anything, but his character arc is absolutely brilliant. As is Noho Hank. Noho Hank is he's kind of this he's a Chechnyan mobster, but with a bit of flair, with a bit he's very into the finer things. He's almost very managerial, but he's got a kind of a campness to him. But he's also just very loyal and likable. But he's also an ice cold Chechnyan mobster. So there's all these juxtapositions going on in the character. It's so much fun. Honestly, it's so much fun. And so yeah, and it's the relationships between all these characters as they progress through the seasons. They really evolve. It's a really fantastic watch. I believe it is on Sky. I mean, that's what I watched it on. It's on Sky. It's on Sky Player only until the 29th of June, though. It does say that it comes off on the 29th of June. So if you want to watch it, and I thoroughly recommend that you do, just get cracking on it. It's an easy watch. You could dust it off in a week pretty easily if you're committed to it. Because like I said, they're only half-an-hour episodes. I believe it might even be 8 episodes a season, but I think it's a maximum of 10. So it's not too daunting a task to get it watched. But I mean, everyone's talking about Succession. Succession's kind of, well, I don't know, not as good as it's being hyped up to be, but Barry has flown right under the radar and no one's talking about it. So I just wanted to let you know that you need to watch. If you enjoy sharp, well-written, well put together, well acted TV shows, that, you know, especially a nice manageable dark comedy like this one, you're not really getting much better than Barry at the moment. So give it a watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy the show? Did you enjoy HBO's Barry? Because I thought it was phenomenal. Maybe I'm overhyping it. I tend to. I'm a glass half full guy. I'm quite positive. I like to look at the positives and things. For me, I didn't see too many negatives with this show. I thought every single episode flowed really well. Oh, also, Henry Winkler's in it. I won't tell you who he plays, but Henry Winkler is in it. The Fonz. Hey! He's brilliant in it as well. It's all so well acted, so well written. And every episode kind of ended, and I was like, well, I kind of want to watch the next one. There aren't enough shows that do that these days. There are so many shows where I'm watching an episode, I'm like, I don't even care what happens in the next episode. This is terrible. The Swarm is a good example of that. Sci-Fi's The Swarm. Ugh. 7 thumbs down. Give that a miss. I might do a separate video on why that's so awful. But this one is focused on HBO's Barry. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Fantastic show. Definitely one to put on the list that you should definitely be watching. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you found it informative, and I hope that you really enjoy watching Barry. I hope that you go out and watch it because, yeah, like I said, it should be on Sky or Now TV possibly. They do a lot of Sky shows as well. Either way, have a look around. HBO's Barry. You won't regret it.